Hi there and welcome aboard Oceania's Marina. Now here we are, as you can see, on board the beautiful ship that holds 1,250 guests. She is sister ship to Oceania's Riviera and she is one of the O-class ships. Now as we explore today you will see that she has been recently refurbished. In fact, she was refurbished in May this year, 2024. So join me as we take a tour. So we're starting our tour up here on deck 15, right at the front of the ship in a place called Horizons, and you can understand why. There is loads of windows here for those views out to literally the horizon. Now this place really comes alive around 4 o'clock every afternoon for afternoon tea. There's a string quartet performing. You can imagine the vibe and the buzz of the ship as afternoon tea is served. And of course in the evening, a great place for a pre-dinner drink or even a post-dinner drink. There's a great bar behind us and loads of space to meet new friends. What a lovely place to be here at the front of deck 15. So you join me at the back of the ship, deck 14. Now behind me is a fab little place called Barista's, great for specialty coffees. They tell me included in the price as well, but a lovely space for some breakfast pastries, open all day of course. And then I've walked through the library and bring me here to two of the specialty dining options on board. So this is Toscana. It is an Italian themed restaurant. They tell me that the amazing balsamic and olive oil cart delivers some of those mouth-watering things to enhance any Italian meal. It is of course worth pre-booking. And right next door past the lifts is the second of the specialty restaurants here on deck 14, and that is the American steakhouse called Polo Grill. Again, it is worth booking. Great steaks of course, and everything you'd expect from a great specialty restaurant. I've snuck behind those two specialty restaurants I was just mentioning, and then this is a beautiful space again at the back of deck 14. It's called Privé. As you can see, it's a private dining space. It actually seats 10 people, which is great for those people who are traveling in a group. But also, if you make friends whilst you're on your cruise holiday, then you can all dine together in this private dining space. Now, guests get to choose between either of the menus from those two specialty restaurants. So, great choice from an American steakhouse as well as a beautiful Italian restaurant. Now, as you'd expect on a ship of this kind, there is of course an amazing array of fitness and wellness. So there's not only the fitness centre, and as part of your cruise fare you get all of those classes included as well, so there is no excuse. You can really join in throughout the day. And actually up on deck is the sports area where there is paddleball, tennis court plus golf and a putting green. And for those who like to jog or walk or run, there is a running track as well. Now here in the Aquamar spa area, there is of course a steam room and sauna. There's also hairdressers and treatment rooms. This is one of my favourite spaces. These are so comfortable and nice and warm. And just out the window there is the Aquamar Spa Terrace, where you can really relax and unwind as part of your cruise. We're here on deck 12 to a very recognisable place for many people. I think this is their culinary centre, and in fact it was the first culinary centre at sea. It is an amazing place where you can come. There'll be a head chef there to teach you some of the food that you prepare yourself, and then of course enjoy yourself as well. Now the great thing about Oceania, they also do culinary discovery tours ashore, where you literally go ashore with the chef, buy the provisions that you need, come back and cook until your heart's content. Hi there, we're on deck 12. This is of course the pool deck area, and even on a grey Southampton day, it's beautiful, isn't it? Now there is of course a pool bar right at the back there, but look how comfortable these chairs look. What a way to spend a day at sea or in port. Now over to the right hand side is something called Waves Grill. During the day, great for that relaxed dining, so sandwiches and burgers and wraps and all of those kinds of things. But actually in the evening it opens up as well, and that's for a more relaxed kind of Italian style hand-pulled pizzas, all of those kinds of great foods. Which brings me to this place. This is the Aquamar Kitchen. Now it opened on Oceania Vista. It was so popular they brought it on as part of the refurb of this ship. It is open for breakfast and lunch. Great tasting food, but because it's linked to the spa and wellness centre, a lot less calories. So all of that great indulgence for less. What a great place to enjoy a day on board the ship. We are still on deck 12, this time towards right at the back of the ship, and it is the turn of the informal dining space, the Terrace Cafe. That's open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, great for small bites or even something more substantial. And the really nice thing, in addition to the great food selection, is that there is this space here. It is the terrace, so you can enjoy eating al fresco throughout your cruise. So here we are, deck 6, all the way aft, and this is the grand dining room, and grand doesn't really do it justice. Look how beautiful this room is. Now it's open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, no reservations needed. And the great thing about Oceania is they include, with lunch and dinner, your champagne, wine and beer, as well as the incredible food. But what an amazing space. So still deck 6, we have just left actually the beautiful space that is the grand dining room into another really beautiful space. There are 2 bars you can access from here. The really funky casino bar that looks really cool, but also the grand bar. And of all the spaces that you can enjoy a drink pre-dinner or post-dinner, this is really, really beautiful. So we've come all the way down to deck 5 now. At the back of the ship, this is the Marina Theatre. Great, of course, for a formal kind of entertainment, great shows in the evening. But entertainment on board isn't restricted, of course, to that theatre. So we've already seen people setting up for a string quartet. Of course, you have the afternoon tea up in Horizons as well. The other thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is the artwork. This place is full of artwork. It's really everything that you would expect from Oceania, and I'm told they do a tour as well where you can learn all about some of the key pieces of artwork. But I brought you into the atrium, which again is a lovely space for relaxing, but also for your destination services, as well as catching up with friends you've made on your cruise. Now don't tell anyone, but we have snuck into a penthouse suite. Now all of this level of accommodation was refitted as part of the refurbishment of the ship earlier this year. What's great is if you book a penthouse and above with Oceania, you get access to your very own butler. Plus the nice thing is that you can do in-room dining, and that's served course by course. As you can tell, they also get a beautiful walk-in wardrobe, a spacious bathroom and a beautifully large bed, which looks very tempting. I might move in. So here we are, we're still on deck 5, this time in the specialty restaurant called Jacques. Now it is styled on a French Parisian bistro with French cuisine to match. It is open for dinner. Reservations are required, and it is truly a beautiful looking space. So we are on deck 5 still, and this is another beautiful space on board the ship, and it is the last of our specialty restaurants that we're going to be exploring. It is called Red Ginger, so that means Asian fusion is very much on the menu. Now reservations are required, and it is open just for dinner, but like all of the other specialty spaces we've shown you, they are included in the fare with Oceania. The interesting thing about this restaurant is that there is literally a chopstick menu so you can match the chopstick to your ability to eat with them, if that makes sense. Probably not. Anyway, it is a beautiful space, and yet another one of those great specialty dining options that Oceania offers. That's why they say they offer the finest cuisine at sea. And as you've seen on our virtual ship tour, there are loads of dining options, beautiful spaces, and the recent refurbishment has added some new spaces as well. Thanks for joining us on our tour. We'll see you again soon.